everybody. I'm gonna just jump right in. Whoever can catch the replay, I'll leave it up for y'all replay watchers. Drop replay gang comments in the comment section below and all that good stuff. I'm gonna try not to make this too long. But y'all, she didn't drag me up out of retirement. I joked about it before, but no, I have something to say. Okay, Jazz, this is ridiculous. Okay, this whole camera stuff, you out here begging for cameras and gift cards and making wish lists and having so much to say to people who tell you, well, maybe now it's time for you to look for employment off of YouTube if you're struggling this bad. You're basically just like, well, I don't have to. I mean, this is real pitiful. This is real pitiful behavior, real trifling behavior from you, and it's ridiculous. You are a grown woman in her 30s who has 5 children, 6 if we want to count Chris as a child, because it seems like that's basically what he is. Since you're out here having to beg strangers for the things that you claim you need, right? You're grown, he's grown, right? Let you tell it. You this boss, you make 20K a month. These are things that you yourself have said, right? You don't need no 9 to 5. That's not your thing, as if you're just above that. But you're not above begging strangers for money. So a 9 to 5 is beneath you. But it's not too beneath you, because you out here asking folk who work 9 to 5s for their money. But you can't be bothered. Oh no, because again, you miss big baller. You make 20 grand a month. You sitting here talking about how people are trying to come after your sponsorships and this and that, but you ain't worried because your sponsorship, that's just extra money. So I took that as that's you saying that's your play money. So you know that don't hurt you one way or the other, whether you have the sponsorship, that's your play money. Okay, so if you got play money, then why don't you have money to fund your life? You know why? Because you're so used to coming on YouTube crying and people opening up their wallets. But sis, it appears people are tired of it and they're no longer quick to open up their wallets to you anymore. So I know that you're trying to take pages out of Peach's playbook, how she comes on here with all this drama, with all this stuff with her and her husband, her and her mom. One minute, she's crying about this, that, and the third. Then the next minute, she's cussing out her supporters who have something to say. Then the next minute, it's this and that. So it's clear you're trying to take a page out of her playbook. It's barely working for her, and it's definitely not working for you. Okay, y'all both are ridiculous and need to cut it the heck out, because it's very transparent. We can see through the nonsense. We see through the BS. Now, with your mother, this is what's grinding my gears a lot. Okay, now, unless the two of y'all are in on this together, then everything I'm about to say does not apply, right? Assuming this is not some trumped up fake drama that y'all came up with together, the way that you talk to your mom is ridiculous. Okay, the way that this attitude that you have when it comes to her makes no sense, because we've seen she's the one that bails you out all the time. When you couldn't feed your baby, it was your mom who took you to the store. When you ain't had no place to stay, it's your mom that comes to the rescue. When whatever, all of the different things that go on, it's your mom at the end of the day who comes to the rescue. But she's the one that you have this stank attitude towards, and it makes no sense. So because you got annoyed with people telling you to get a job, right? You had the nerve to just basically be like, well, I have applied to jobs. I just wasn't telling y'all, as if I don't owe y'all nothing. Okay, well, you kind of do if people are out here funding your lifestyle. Yes, you absolutely do. YouTubers get on my nerves with that. They get upset and annoyed with their subscribers who hold them accountable, or their subscribers who are looking for answers to certain things. And the first thing they'll say is, I don't owe y'all nothing. I don't owe y'all an explanation. I don't owe y'all. I don't got to tell. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. When you're asking for money from people, yes, you do. You absolutely owe them an explanation. So anyway, she's having this attitude about people who are constantly telling her and suggesting that she get a job. She goes on and on about how, yeah, I have applied and blah, blah, blah. And then turns to, well, my mom, I told her she gonna have to help me with these kids. She gonna have to watch. No, she don't have to. My aunt used to always say, I don't have to do nothing but stay black and die. Those are two things that you have to do. There ain't nothing you can do about that, right? So your mom don't have to do anything, especially because it seems like you don't do anything for her. But let you throw her a couple dollars and you make it seem like that should be enough. She should be grateful for that. No, Jasmine, she shouldn't. Not when every time she turns around, she's having to save you. You're grown. Okay, you have this attitude that, well, that's my mom and she has, no, she doesn't have to do a darn thing. She's not responsible for you anymore. Her days of being responsible for you stopped when you were 18 years old. Anything further than that, beyond that, is optional. I don't dare look to my mom like she owes me nothing. My mother doesn't owe me a thing. I will struggle. I will sleep in my car if I had to before looking at my mom like she has to take care of me. No. Now, granted, she's going to offer to help, but I would never look at her like it's her job because she's my mom. I am 35 years old. She doesn't owe me anything. So, Jasmine, your mother does not owe you anything. She doesn't owe her grandchildren anything either because those are your children. Anything she chooses to do for you or those grandchildren is optional, and you should be grateful for whatever it may be. Period. Okay? Get that out of your head. She does not owe you nothing. Nothing. So stop. It's just ridiculous. Like you just not, I don't know how you were raised, Jasmine. I don't know if your mother was a good mother or a bad mother. Okay. It almost gives vibes like, you don't really like her all like that. And if she was a bad mother, or if there were some things that went on in your childhood that scarred you, that traumatized you, that hurt you, you need to work on letting that go and forgiving that woman. You can't punish her for whatever that may have happened back in the day. Okay. And if that's the case, then she's operating out of guilt, which is why she's always running to save the day, because she feels guilty about whatever it may be. And she needs to forgive herself for whatever that is and let it go as well. Leave that to God. She could ask you to forgive her for whatever it may be. If you do, you do. You don't, oh well. But if there is something like that going on, you need to stop. You stop holding that over your mom. Let that go. She still doesn't owe you nothing. I don't care if she was the worst mother ever. She still does not owe you anything. Okay? Let it go. Heal from whatever that is and let it go. There's nothing that can be done about it. Yeah, I can't go back in time and change it. So do yourself, your mom, and your children a favor and let it go, because you know what's going to happen in the future. You're going to find yourself in a very similar situation where your adult children are looking at you like the trash that you have been, the trash parent that you have been, and mistreating you because of the terrible job you're doing with the Davis children. Okay. You're gonna feel this one day as well. Cause you don't treat them right. So why keep the cycle going? If you weren't treated right, you know how that feels. So why do the same thing to your kids? Okay, because you're gonna feel this one day. They are not, they may not fool with you when they get of age. I wouldn't if you were my mom. I would not fool with you, period. Not after how you've treated them, the neglect, and especially how they have to sit back and watch you treat your last child better than you've ever treated them. That you barely give them kids any affection, any attention, not any positive. You'll yell at them and you'll snap at them and you'll do all that, but you need to do better. And you're being very hypocritical. You really are. Because if your mother wasn't a good mother, you're not a good mother now either. So stop being a hypocrite. Let it go. Move on from whatever. And maybe that'll help you be a better parent. Maybe. Because you need to do better for your kids. Period. Like it's crazy. Your mom over there making posts talking about how she done fell a couple times, and I think that's low key pitiful to be posting that on social media. Like, what is that you expect people on social media to do, ma'am? Is it that you wanted to get back to your daughter, but your daughter don't seem to care? She doesn't care one way or the other, is what it seems like, unless this is all a facade and y'all are over here just trumping this up for views and drama. Again, if that is the case, if this is all just fake for YouTube, then everything I'm saying, it doesn't apply. But Jasmine, you're trifling. You're trifling. You are being very pitiful. I understand you have been coddled and people have entertained your nonsense for a while. So you're probably thinking, dang, why are they no longer buying my BS? Why? Because back in the day, all I had to do was come on here crying and act pitiful, and all my subscribers and supporters opened up their wallets. Now all of a sudden she's getting all this pushback, and I'm glad people are finally sick and tired of the nonsense, because all she's doing is scamming. She's scamming. She might as well have be one of them people on the side of the road with the cardboard sign saying I need money. And it's just like, Jazz, you have money because, like, according to you, oh, Chris works all these jobs and he takes good care and he pays this and he does that. But then when you come begging and people remind you of the things you said, then it's, oh, well, he has to pay the rent, so he don't got money. But you always bragging about how, yeah, he works such and such jobs, and you brag yourself into a hole. And then when you don't feel like reaching into your pocket for something, you think, oh yeah, let me go beg on YouTube. But now people are like, nah, because didn't you just say how Chris got all these jobs? He's a great provider and this, that, and the third. So both of those things can't be true, Jasmine. They both cannot be true. So either he's this great provider and pays all the bills, or he's not. He's overextended and can't afford to replace your camera. And if he is this, oh, he pays all the bills, then why can't your money pay for a camera? Because we know you get, benefits and assistance and this, that, and the third. So if you got a man in your life who's paying bills, paying rent and the big bills, there's no reason that you can't afford what you need. There's no reason for you to come on here with your pitiful self, making wish lists for things that you need, and then talking about, well, this is my job, and okay, so why can't you afford what you need for your job? You're a liar. You're a liar, and people are tired of the lies. Get a job off of YouTube, okay? Let YouTube just be a hobby at this point, and you go get you a job and take care of your daggone kids and what you need. Instead of being like, oh, well, it's ridiculous that people are trying to ruin my life. If that were the case, because YouTube can be toxic. YouTube can be very toxic, especially depending which sector you're in, okay? If that's the case, if you feel like, oh, it's just this negative whatever, and because people are tired of you, first of all, so that's all that you're seeing is the result of everyone being tired of you. So now they're checking you on everything you say. They're going to check everything you say, call everybody, call everything, report everything they see. And that's what you get, Jasmine. That's what you get for being such a liar and basically scamming people out of their money, and think that eventually people aren't going to get tired of you coming here lying, being pitiful. And 1 minute you're talking about how you make 20 grand a month. The next minute you're so down bad and pitiful. Then after that, oh, my man, he pays all these bills and he does this, that, and the third. Then the next minute, oh, well, no, actually he can't, afford whatever because of this. Jasmine, no, it can't be all of that. Then you sat there and bought the man a PlayStation and then had an attitude with people who called out the fact that, well, dang, Jasmine, so you bought this man a several $100 PlayStation, but yet you're always on here begging, acting like you ain't got no money. So, and then you talk about something, yeah, and what you gonna do about it? Huh? What? You got the nerve to be cocky? You can't be cocky and a bum at the same time. You cannot be cocky and pitiful, broke down, and don't have nothing at the same time. That does not work. I'm all for treating your man and spoiling him if he deserves it. I spoil my husband as much as possible because he takes great care of me. So I love to spoil him because he spoils me, period. But we all know that's not the situation up in your house. We know that, Chris. Listen, you have been having to buy him this whole time, okay? You've been buying him, hoping that he will stick around. He's not. It is a matter of time. The way that he looks at you, it shows that he is just not there for the right reasons. And I think that's sad. I feel bad for you because you are dealing with someone who does not genuinely want to be with you romantically. He just is an opportunist who is a bum and is going to go ahead and get what he can get because he's a bum. You're providing the roof over top of his head. He may have a job, sure, that's fine, but he riding off of you. He riding on the car that you financed or put your name on or whatever. He living in a house that's in your name. Like, he is an opportunist. And it seems like the only person that does not see that or realize that is you. You got the nerve to be over there dealing with the nonsense that this man brings to you with physical abuse and him breaking your stuff constantly, and he don't treat you right, ma'am. He don't. And again, I feel bad for you because, like, I mean, at the end of the day, everyone wants love and to be treated right. Now, you don't deserve it based on how you treat your children. You don't deserve anything based on that alone. Until you do right by them kids, nothing in your life is going to go right because they're innocent. And look how you do them. Look what you show on camera. We can only imagine what's going on off camera. So no, you don't deserve no luck in life at all. And I'll say it, I'm not trying to come off as mean at all, but I really do feel that way. If what you're showing on camera is true, you do not deserve nothing good in life until you do right by those children. But anyway, I'm going to try to wrap this up. I don't want to be too long, so I'm coming up on 20 minutes. I just think it's pitiful, and it really pissed me off, especially with her mother. You only have one. You only have one, okay? And you have one who we've seen go out of her way to do what she can for you, and this is how you do her. Like, you're low down for that. You're low down for that. You're low down for the way that you talk to your mother, the way you talk about your mother, the way you make it seem like she's obligated to do any and everything for you, but yet you can just throw her breadcrumbs if you feel like it, and she better be grateful for the breadcrumbs. No. And again, this is why your life sucks, because you suck, and that's not right. That's not right. She's there for you. I don't know what happened back in the day. That's between y'all, and y'all need to work that out. Y'all really need to work that out so you can be a better mother yourself and a better daughter, because you're trash in both of those departments, okay? Let it go. Forgive her for whatever she failed at back then. Forgive her for it. You have to, so you can free yourself of that. It's ridiculous. She seems to be a good grandmother, and she seems to do the best she can for you, even though you kick her back in. And then behind some man, you'll talk bad about your mom, but you don't say nothing on Chris. You know, it's all this love and respect and support when it comes to his name, even though we see that it's the opposite. That man you may be low down, okay, and don't deserve nothing right now until you do better by your children. But I hate to see how you're being played like this. Like, it's sad. It's sad. You can do better by yourself. You really could. And you need to, so you can focus on your daggone kids and not your face up or your head up in that man's behind, his big behind, especially because he don't want to be bothered with you like that. He is an opportunist. You are providing him what he needs. So he gonna be around long enough to capitalize on that. The day that that stops and he leaves for good, you're gonna be pitiful. And who's gonna be there? Your kids. The same kids that you've been treating like trash for all this time. Yeah. Remember that. Remember that. Do better for your kids, okay? Do better, just in general, for your kids, your family, especially those that have supported you and been there for you. Do right by them, or no luck will ever come, no good luck will ever come your way. You'll never deserve it. You're always going to be down bad, looking pitiful, begging with your hand out. Nothing is going to change for your life, not in a positive way. Do better because you can do better. You still have time. Your mother still has air in her lungs, so it's not too late. Your children are still young. You can turn this around and do better for them. Do better for yourself too. Screw Chris, kick him to the curb because it's obvious he's using you. Do better, Jasmine. Like, this is pitiful. It's pitiful. And I think the majority of us are tired of seeing your face at this point on here, being pitiful, begging, having this smug attitude like somebody owes you something because you're struggling. You don't give a darn about the people that might be struggling who are subscribed to you. Who cares, right? They just need to open up their wallet and give to you. Who cares that they might have children that they're raising by themselves? Who cares that, it may be only a one job household, somebody might have been laid off or whatever. Who cares that they may not have a mama that they could call and say, hey mom, can you help me? I'm in a pickle right now. Like, my situation ain't where it needs to be, and I need food, or I need this, I need that. You need to count your blessings, especially because you don't deserve it. You need to count your blessings. There are plenty of people out there who truly are struggling. You're not one of them. You're not one of them. We're on to you. And your games, we're on to you. You're not one of them. Your subscribers are finally tired, and it's about time. It's ridiculous that it's lasted this long and that they allowed you to manipulate and scam them for all this time. You've been playing on people's heartstrings, and that's messed up. That is so messed up, because there are people out there who truly do need. And all this money and prayers and concern has been wasted on you. You don't deserve it. You don't need it. You just don't want to spend your money. So all these years you've been thinking, well, they'll open their pockets. I don't want to spend my money. I'll spend theirs. And for that, they're foolish for not having any level of discernment to see through your BS crap for all these years. But it's about time. I'm happy to see that people are finally waking up. And on that note, I'm done. I'm off of here. It does not need to be super duper long. I'm going right back in retirement. I just had to come out because that really pissed me off, especially hearing how she just this entitled attitude that she has towards her subscribers and towards her mom. It's just, enough is enough. Nobody owes you anything. No one, Jasmine. No one. Get that through your head. No one owes you anything. You are a grown adult. Go get it. What they say, get it out the mud like the rest of the people out here doing what they have to do for their household, for their children, for themselves. Do what you need to do. And what you need to do is stop begging on YouTube and get you a job so that you don't have to keep doing this, because it's ridiculous, it's pitiful, and it's played. It's played out at this point. You have to see that. It's played out. Find you another hustle, because YouTube ain't hustling no more. You didn't hustle as much as you gonna hustle. People see through it, and that's that. And you with this big bad energy, got all this attitude towards your subscribers and people in the comments who are holding you accountable and checking you on your attitude and on your lies. and you sit there and try to fast talk your way through it. Nope, that's not working no more. It's not, Jazz. The people have said no. The people are done with you. Switch up your content or get the heck up off of YouTube. Get you 1 or 2 jobs. Like your man has 99 jobs. Go on and get you 99 of them things too. Make it do what it has to do. Because we're done. We're done. Enough is enough. Okay. So on that note, I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here. Everybody who is watching the replay, go ahead and drop your comments down below. If you like the video, go on and give it a thumbs up. If you're watching and not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And until next time, guys, I will see you later.